G'day everybody, and welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild. So we are up to, heard from Doc about the camp, Hope 1 and Doc 21. Find 3 footprints from 3 different black-tailed deer and travel to Lake Sheila, harvest a white-tailed deer or a black-tailed deer at light. So, we're going to find the black-tailed deer just throughout the course of playing the game. Alright, but if you look at the map, black-tailed deer generally anywhere around here and then up into this area. Alright, the right side of the map, you're going to be fine. So, we're going to find them, plenty of them, and this one isn't restricted to any of the options. Why don't you try hunting down a black-tailed deer? Enter. Now, at the moment, I've got Doc highlighted because we're going to go to Lake Sheila. If you're doing a mission and it requires you to travel to a specific location, when it's activated, so at night time, I have to kill a white-tail or a black-tailed deer around here. Now, I can tell you, it's a lake, so black-tailed deer are going to be easier to get. And I can probably knock some of the black-tailed deer footprints, tracks, down while I'm trying to do that. Right? So, what I do is I use these opportunities to travel and check out different places on the map. So, I'm probably going to head up this way. Ooh, hello, coyote. Mating. Interesting. Yeah, I'm probably going to use this time to travel and get up there. And given that it's a fair way away, I might pause the recording here. So, I decided that I'm going to fast travel. I fast traveled to here, and now I'm going to travel up here, over to here, and then up to Lake Sheila. Because it is going to give me an opportunity to show you what you can do. Now, garage. We have charcoal, jade, and crimson. Now, everyone knows that red cars go faster. Red ATVs also go faster. So, these are extremely noisy, and they will absolutely destroy the nature and the beauty, the tranquility. So animals will run everywhere. See, I started up and you hear it. If you want to get from one side of the map to another, this is a fairly quick way to do it. As you saw, there was something that called out to us, and I took too long to get off the bike to find out what that was. But you just mess with the animals when you do this. I don't really mind doing that because I'm just making my way through the missions. And I use the mission to open up see that flashing, right? That looks like bunny rabbits. I'm not a huge hunter of bunny rabbits, I'll be honest. Jackrabbits, I should probably call it by their real name. What's that? Bunny rabbits? I didn't know there were bunny rabbits in the game. If you crash into too many trees, you see, much like your health bar, you get the engine bar. Damage to it and then it blows up. Now, we're at the cemetery. We're at the cemetery. Take a look. Nothing in here. But, if we come over here, what do we have here? We have a collectible. Now,
living and coming here for hundreds of years. There are lots of remnants, both large and small, of their time here. Now, since this is federal land, any historical artifacts you find belong to the state and must be turned in. To encourage that, however, the Office of Archaeology and Historic Preservation will provide a finder's fee for authentic artifacts.
So, I find that starter and I get XP. And we unlock the outpost. Now, so my AV stays there, but what I can either come back here and I can get a new AV, or I can decide, you know what, I'm not going to get back on. What I'm going to do instead, we have the German short-haired pointer. Fur type, liver roan, liver white patched, liver white patched tick, female, male. We got the bloodhound, we got the lab retriever. Now, so, unique dog traits. I forgot about this part. Your dog can skip detour tracks in favour of more recent clues. Noisier, your dog is better at picking up scents from smaller blood clues. Nosier, not noisier. Higher chance to find fresh droppings when idle. And has a small chance to find a harvest without needing to follow the trail. Has a chance to highlight the wounded animal you are tracking and increase the distance at which your dog can find the blood clue. Alright. See traits. Keen sensors. Ninja. See your dog on the trail. Begin sneaking further away from the animal that is currently moving towards. It will seek for animals at a greater distance. Right. Close, and then the lab traits. Here we go. There we go. Close that. But I'm going to get the bloodhound, and I think I'm going to go liver and tan saddle. Name of my dog. Well, I have a tradition. Not really much of a tradition, but I call my dog Dog. Now, I'm going to get the other dogs as well, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but maybe Dog 1, Dog 2, and Dog 3. We will see. So you can kennel it, or you can do it. Also, it's on level 1, right? So your dogs level up. And there he is. Now, you hold down B and you can get your dog to come towards you. Now, I am going to head this way. Because I'm going to slowly make my way up to Lake Chila. I'm not a huge fan of this time of the day. But off we go. I might pause the recording because no one likes a running sim, and we'll be back shortly when we pick up on the trail either of a blacktail or we just come across another animal. There we go. So I'm probably going to come over this hill and disturb some blacktail. No, I didn't. Survival list. Nice. Now, let's look at a map. This is usually a pretty good place. Now, it's 8:43 in the morning, so it's certainly not drink time for blacktail. Now, as a beginner, you're not going to know, unless you've looked up online, you're not going to know when the drink times are. So you'll only find out when you see a herd of animals drinking. And surprisingly, there's not much around the lake at the moment. That actually really surprises me, that there's nothing around here. I mean, when you're looking at that far over the other side of the lake, there's a good chance that they're not rendered in yet, but even on this side, there's nothing here. Probably should have picked up maybe not should have. Could have picked up a 22. From memory, that's just a blind, and you can. I'll show you when we get there. I actually don't know too many people that hunt out of the blind, but it is an option. And I suppose if you're one of these people who like to fully develop the map, then you absolutely can go around, and once you've earned enough money, you've got what, $2,000 or something. So you don't have a lot of money, but you could go around and make sure all of the blinds are on your map. Still nothing. Oh, black bear. Tell a lie. I expected more, to be honest, but just one. And at some point I accidentally pressed C, so that's why I haven't had many. That's why I haven't had many tracks come up. So here's some bear tracks. Now you don't have to go right up to log it in. If you get within 50 metres, there we go. Out of blind. So I think it's 16,000 to build one. Let me just have a look. Might not be. I was way off. 2,100. That shows you how many I've built in the game. I never build them, but nothing wrong with building them. There are usually animals that go from there all the way over to there, so it could be handy. But yeah, I've just never used them. Generally, if I want to set something up, I will do a tripod, and then have up here. I'd probably have I usually put a tent up around here, just so that it's because there's nothing really around here, so it's handy to have a tent here. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a tent with me from way back here, so I might have to do that off stream. But what do we have here? We have some kind of deer, a black-tailed deer. So that's one. And you've got the bear. That is going to be a different black-tailed deer, I believe. So that comes up. Now when you look at your map, if you zoom in, that'll always come up. From 4 AM to 8 AM, this is a food zone. So I now know that feeding time for blacktail is on this map, between 4 and 8 AM. So you want to try and build up some relationship with your dog. They get better if you interact with them. One way to interact is to play and pet, and another way to interact is to feed them. Slowly, he gets better. So he's idling, but doing this increases his skills. And he's bond with you. And now he's my best friend. Now, what I wanted to look at is the mission. So now, it doesn't tell you, you'll notice. I've just highlighted that because I wanted to see. I don't believe it tells you anywhere. Oh, it does. I've done 2 of 3, so I now know that I need to find one more. One more deer. Because, for example, you've got those tracks there. I could then go off and search other things, track other animals, and then come back and see another path and think, oh, I found another blacktail, but it's actually the same. But I did want to go to see little black dots like that, and I always get excited. I'm like, oh, animal? No, no animal. Nevertheless. What do we got here? Looks like more blacktail. So, highlighted that. Hopefully we come across some more tracks.
I'm still looking into that incident at Hope's camp. I spoke with him and he wanted me to pass on his thanks. He's been having some problems finding food lately, though. Black-tailed deer are surprisingly scarce in Valmont for this time of year. Now Hope seems to think some black bears are passing through and scaring off the blacktails. Could be true, but it's hard to know for sure. If you come by any bear tracks in Belmont, let me know.
So, interesting.
Blacktails are Hope's bread and butter. If you ever want hunting tips on him, he's your man. He's been with the blacktails for a while now. If they're on the move, it's not only a problem for Hope. It might mean worrying changes for other parts of the reserve.
So, we're getting up here. Now, I was already in Belmont, so that's already ticked off. But I could go back to those bear tracks back here and just tick that off. My dog is not very happy. There's definitely a blacktail around here because we just heard one call out. It's not night time, so I don't want to kill it yet. And I don't know that I'm... So these are side missions, and this is the story mission. Well done. Got some tracks up here. And that deer sounded like it smelt me and then took off. Yeah, I was going to say it looks a bit big to be blacktail. What I haven't really done is taught you what happens with a caller. If I've already spooked them, nothing will come in. And there's every chance that I've already spooked them. Because I wasn't exactly being cold. Let's see if I can call anything. thought I heard noise, but I think that was just the rain. You can overcall, but there we go. I'm pretty sure I saw movement. Overcall. I did. So, we now hopefully ticked off. Waiting for owner. Come on. Now, I thought apparently I've already found this. So we were talking about that before, right? I've still only got 2 of 3. Despite the fact that I've moved away and looked at other tracks, I've still only got 2 or 3. So. Vital organ. Confirm that trophy. That's a gold. Nice. Good job. And I won't taxidermy it. It is grey brown. So just a common accept. Let him know that he's a good boy. So when I carry out my gun, what can't I praise him? Oh, I know why. You've got to be facing it. Good job, boy.
Well, look at that. Let's see if there are any additional signs of the black bears to support Hope's theory.
Alright, so that is so I've done 1. And if I look at my phone now, 1 of 3. Pretty basic stuff. Kill the wabbit. Now, they might not work because if you look now, so I'm still in Belmont. So if that was a different bear, it would have registered. But as I get up in here, it's not going to register because I'm going to be outside of Belmont. And just to show you what I was saying before, that's now highlighted. That's the area that it's talking about when it's talking about Belmont. Sorry, I know that I'm saying things that are probably obvious, but just if there are beginners here, I'm just trying to introduce them to the game. So, travelled to Lake. So what I need to do is scare this bear into Belmont, and then I can track it. So I'm in Belmont. That's the same black bear that we've seen on multiple occasions by the looks of things. Let's check the mission. Nope, that's a second. Now, I have a skill point available, which I completely forgot about, but if I get this one, it reveals information about the animal's gender when investigating footprints and vocalizations. Now, most of the time, there are plenty of missions that require you to shoot a male animal. So if you can't tell what the gender of that animal is when you're looking at tracks, that's a bit of an issue. Because you don't know whether you're wasting your time. You could be just following a female, and there's not always a male with a female. My dog has leveled up, which is hunting dog. If I go in here, I can look at traits. Now, he is currently level 5. Now, I can choose you have an even more loving relationship, which increases its overall bond. Or, your dog can skip detour tracks in favour of more recent clues. Alright, so as you go, there's different things that you can do with that. Now, I kind of... Let's go this. That's not a bad one to get, but I'm going to go this one. That is a really good one. What are you doing, Jimmy? You just came from here. Yes, yes I did. What I'm going to do... So I'm in Belmont Lake, I think. Yeah, I'm in Belmont Lake, and I'm just looking around for some black-tailed deer. I might not find any. And standing out here in the open is probably not the greatest idea, because I'm pretty visible out here. And they are afraid that I scared off. Now I was just on the nice. See, and I'll be honest, the dog levels up randomly just by having him with you. So if you can level up the dog, you should. If it's an option to have him with you, I think you should probably have him with you early on. That's just now. That is a black-tailed deer. Stay. Hold on, boy. Now, obviously, it's seen or heard me. I certainly haven't seen it. Sometimes what I like to do is I reckon she's smart because the wind is blowing him up. There she is. Now she's by herself. I'm pretty sure I have to harvest. So I could shoot her, and that would tick it off, right? Because it doesn't say anywhere on there that it has to be a male. I just have to harvest 2 black-tailed deer in Belmont. And that's what you call a hard shot. And you know what I should do? Just to get him some XP, you're going to have him search for some blood. Now, I think he's stuck. I've never had my dog stuck before, which surprises me. He's stuck. That is interesting. How do I unstuck him? Just like that. People like. Is he still stuck? No. Not stuck anymore. So, now, track play. Now, no score, but I do get 800 cash. And truth be told, this early on, you should probably be harvesting everything you can. Everything you can across to get more money. But now, what I wanted to do was come down here. Go here. Now, for the second deer, come to this area here. And what I'm going to do, we're currently here. I'm going to place a waypoint. There's that's 300 meters away. That's 260 meters away. I'm going to place a waypoint up there. And I'm going to get in my inventory. I'm going to get my portable structures. I brought along a tent. Alright. So, where is this black tail deer? I was going to do something, but then a deer reached out to me and said, I've got other things. Another heart shot. Alright, I know you're upset with me. We're not friends at the moment. I know. Content. Let's get you feeling a little bit happier. I really need to buy some dog food. Some treats. Again, level up. Like, it's really, really easy to level up. So I did Hope 2 and now Hope 3 has become bears, huh? Now, what does Hope 3 want? Harvest 2 male black-tailed deer and earn quick kill bonuses of 50 or higher. So that last one, I could shoot anything, male or female. This one, not so easy. I have to do male deer and blacktail. So what I was going to say, and what I'll do now, because although this area of the map's pretty now, that is way too high powered. Obviously not the right ammo, but it's $300 and would have been a silver, but it's actually a bronze. So again, for the beginners, if you get 1x, it goes down 1 level. If you get 2 x's, it goes down 2 levels. If you're on a diamond and you get rid of this, it becomes a gold. So you want to be really, really careful that you're shooting with the right ammo, and that you're only shooting it twice. You're not impacting the trophy organs, and you hit 1 vital organ. That's really important. Good job, dog. Good job. Now, I can go over here. What we're going to do is we're going to come up here and I'm going to put down I don't know how well we go. Now this tree is too big, so I'm not getting any coverage from it. So if it sees me, if it comes close, it's going to see me. I need to get under a smaller tree. This one looks like a wood one. There it is. Tell him to go down, because over yonder, level 3 and level 2. These don't have to be a particular size. They just have to be a quick kill bonus and male. Of course, a bunny rabbit comes slumping by. Right at the worst possible time. There it is. I missed him. Female. Doe, a deer, a female deer. Play a tropical sun. Meet a name I call myself. They're gonna speak. Far, a long, long way to run. So. A needle pulling thread, la, what to follow, so tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to do, 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 so a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. Sorry. Sorry. I know what I'm going to name my other dog. Because I almost said it to that dog. Sit, Abu, sit. Good dog. There we go. So, we have all of the tick marks, and then we look over here. Is it true score? No, that's there. Where is it? Here. Quick kill bonus, 250. Very nice. So, look at Jimmy go. He's harvested one male black-tailed deer and earned a quick kill bonus of 50 or higher. Unlocked some equipment, which is nice. And I can get back to doing what I wanted to do, which is set up a tent over here. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And you know what? Actually, no, I think I do want to be up higher so that I'm close to Shooter. I was thinking about just doing it. Number 5 is alive. Is there? How many songs you know sound like this? You know what? I was going to put it up that way, but I thought I'd plop it down and scare off the coyotes. Now, what I was going to do is come in here and go portable structures. Now, I don't want to buy, I want to get a portable structure. And I was going to get this one. going to put it right about here. He loves me. He loves me not. Did I say I made that a boy, right? My dog is a boy? Can't remember. I said he, so he's now. So now, how far away is my tent? My tent is 120 away. So if I move there, there's a chance that I'll spook them. But if you come down here, this is most definitely far enough away. And what I'm going to do is I'll probably set up a tree stand, tripod stand up here, and then down here I will put, not that I did it, but inventory, that I put it in portable structures for 4. Costs money. Fortified pellet feed for deer or multigrain flake mix. This tells you black bear, Roosevelt elk, black-tailed deer, white-tailed jackrabbit, white-tailed jackrabbit, moose. Alright? This just does these ones. So if we want to come here and shoot rabbit, I like this because it gives me more options. I get moose, black bear, elk. I don't know how to get elk in this area, but it gives me more options, and it's only $50 each. So now, it's 100% fortified. Now, we move away. Let's fast travel up here. And I probably shouldn't have refilled it. I probably should wait, but what I want to do, I've got $8,000. So consumables. I can't believe that doggy biscuits cost $4,000. That's a lot of money. 25. Now, what do we have? Now, night vision, I should probably... No, this one. This is the better. This is the better one. 4 times 8. That's 1 times 4. Yes, that's the better one. Right? I'm going to buy that. I'm going to store that. So that's bang. Right, so you just level up to level 10. Now I'm going to, I think it's level 10. Your dog has a higher chance of sensing when an animal is about to be spooked. Increase the distance at which your dog can find a blood clue. I think he's a bloodhound. I think that's a better I mean, yes, maybe, but I like this one. I'm not sure the purpose of that. Just like that, he doesn't like me. But so it's night time. And we're going to head up to Sheila Lake, and we're going to try and press that one. hoping they've got a drink spot up at these lakes. If they don't, I don't know what we're going to do. But we're going to try. I've got some night vision. Binoculars. And these are great because they tell you the distance. I do like that. Got my dog with me, and we're going to head up and see what we can do. When we get up here, look at the map. Now I know there's sometimes drink zones here. I've seen some drink zones here, but I don't know on this map where the drink zones are. Right? Trying to come up. No. Trying to come up in the middle, so hopefully I can see it. And that's where we want to happen. No! Black-tailed deer flying. What I suspect has happened is it's been over here and there we go. There's a drink zone up there. There's a drink zone there. And maybe there's a drink zone. Not seeing anything there, but there might be a drink zone over here, but I scared it off. We'll see. Now, let's see if I can get this guy to come back in. Didn't think it would be right in the middle, if I'm honest. I think we're going to come up here. Take that on. No, could do that actually. Now, what's the time? So drink time is over. I left it too late. just get to within 150 metres, I'll be able to shoot it. I can harvest a black-tailed deer at night. Got him. Let's go. Now. Not sure. Play. I don't know if you can, like, the more you do that, the higher it boosts and the less, like, the quicker it comes down. But I don't know. It's a little ways away. Bizarrely, because he's not close enough. So, let's see if I can track him. Oh. Swim. Be soon. Cute little doggy. Come on, mate. He doesn't like swimming. That's what I'm learning. Or come on. Now I go to work. Go to Level up companion. Come on, Cyril. Crazy. Now that, did I get the quick trophy? I did. Oh, oh! Hello! Hello! I didn't even notice that. I would have been a lot more nervous. I would have been a lot more nervous. So, there we go. We have... I'm going to have to save this harvest because I don't have enough money to taxidermy it. That's my first diamond. And I am... I don't really... Red bobcat? A brown... Why have... Oh, diamond. Why haven't I put that away? Red bobcat. Okay. So, when you start a new game, you don't lose your saved slots or your trophies. I will definitely keep that, and we have a diamond black-tailed deer. That is cool. So, if we look at it, harvest 2 male black-tailed deer. I want to help deliver meat to him. Yes. So, before we go any further, I want to have a look at Codex, hunting log, history. So, 1, 2, 3, all females. Jackrabbit. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. My 5th animal was a diamond. My 5th black-tailed deer was a diamond. I've got a jackrabbit, a moose, and like that's including the first animal that you get, which is always a female. So really, my 3rd male that I shot was a diamond. That's pretty incredible. Very happy with that. Now, what else were we doing? We were going to go into the mission log, and we were going to dock, travel to Belmont Lake, harvest an animal down from at least 75 metres away in Belmont Lake. Hope is harvest 2 black-tailed deer weighing at least 70 kilos each. It would be nice if that one was included, but it's not. But I think we're going to leave it there, and we still need to get 3 different bears, and I don't need to do these 2. So I think I'm going to leave it there, and if you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you like and subscribe so you know when the next videos are coming up. If you've got any ideas for what we can do, ideas of how I can make it more exciting. I know missions aren't always the most exciting, but not many people go through the missions and outline them for people. So I just wanted to basically do a play along and yeah, give people an opportunity to see all the missions and get to know the game. I think it's a great way to open up the different areas of the map. As you can see, we're already out here. I haven't gone here, but I mean, we're extending out, and we'll continue to extend out. Belmont Lake will go back to here, but we'll continue to extend out as the missions get bigger and bigger. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the flip side. Ciao. Mission log. Harvest a whitetail or blacktail deer at night. That I do from 3 different bears. Still haven't done that.